So I'll let you make sure we can see you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the fascia.
Okay.
In this. Just really simply because it's really important to get that jelly-like substance to really get at the nerves,
Okay.
right? So and I'm going to focus primarily on the fascia on the head and the neck area, because this is where it tends to really get stuck.
Okay.
But the thing that you have to know about fascia is that it works the opposite of any other kind of muscular toning in your body. So for example, if I use my arm as an example, to tone my arm, in normal exercises, traditionally, you would clench your fist and harden these muscles and bring it in like this, right? You're creating that kind of tension in here, which strengthens the muscles. But this does not strengthen the fascia.
Okay.
The fascia works opposite.
Okay.
So to strengthen the fascia, you would start in the contracted position, like this. You start in the contracted position. You would use your other hand and you would put it against this hand, right? This hand is pressing in, this hand is pressing out. You are going to overpower the left hand to straighten that arm. Okay. And then bring it in. Release the tension. Okay, it's totally the opposite. Totally the opposite. And you can feel that.
It's resistance. Are you resisting?
You're resisting, but this is also resistance.
Yes, yeah, it's
It's opposite, it's
yeah.
opposite resistance. Okay, you first contract the muscles and then you force them open. Whereas the other one is you're open and you're resisting. You're forcing close. So all of fascia works in exactly the opposite way. Okay. So when we come to the head, what we're trying to really do is create the openness, particularly around the jaw. We hold a lot of tension in the jaw and in the neck and the back of the shoulders. So we start with the fascia, and one of the prime exercises that we will do is that we tilt our head to one side so that the chin can be against this particular shoulder. And we're going to put our head at the temple. So you can see the muscles here are contracted. Okay. And now I am pushing my temple up. But at the same time, I'm using my temple to push down. So my temple is going to try to push down against my hand. My hand is going to overpower still the whole way, and then release.
Did you hear that? Did you? I like heard it.
Yeah, you feel that? So you hold it. You're down like this, and you're putting pressure on your temple, and the whole way up, your temple is
opposing force.
It's an opposing force. Your temple is trying to push against your hand. Your hand is going to overpower it. And then you release. And you can actually feel the release after.
Yeah. There's kind of a pop.
A pop.
Yeah.
It's not coming.
That's the amount of tension that's there too. So you essentially do that exercise
On both sides.
on both sides. So you would take the other hand, right? And you would, again, put your chin to this shoulder, and then you're forcing. And that is working on this side. And you can actually feel the difference when you
Mhm.
stop. You can actually kind of like
Oh, yeah.
really feel the difference.
I'm gonna do one more on this side.
Such a release.
Isn't it a release?
Yeah.
I
all down
feel-
here.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
You feel that release automatically. Now, the other one that we're going to do, we're going to go deeper. The other one that we're going to do is that we're going to take one hand and put it on the opposite temple, like here. This hand is going to push your head this way, and your head is going to resist it. So you're going to like, oh, resist, 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 resist up against your hand. And then let go.
And do you let go suddenly? Maybe it doesn't matter.
It's usually done quite suddenly that you
Okay.
release. So you're just like here, and then you're pressing against that hand. And even when your hand is like this, you're pressing, like it's almost like, you know, you're pressing,
Your
pressing,
temple.
you're
Mhm.
pressing up against that and right over.
Hmm.
And you do it on the other side. So you're pressing again, going the opposite direction, pressing, 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 pressing. Oh, I feel that.
Oh, man.
Do you feel that in you?
Oh, dear.
And then you let it go.
It's,
It's not comfortable.
it's not.
And I'm just being very conscientious just because the only area I have trouble with is in my cervical. So I'm just making sure, like, how does that feel?
Yeah, just starting off gently.
Mhm.
It hurts.
I would suggest that the more it hurts, the more you need it.
Yes.
But within bounds. I
Yeah.
mean, as we always say, you have to listen to your body, and what they say
Well, I
about
cannot
both the
believe
nervous
that there is-
system and the fascia is that shorter periods of time, but more often, is better than long periods of time.
Okay.
Like short,
4 times a day. Yeah.
well,
Whatever,
whatever,
yeah.
but you know, don't try to do this over long periods of time. Like you may only want to do this like maybe 2 or 3 times. That is it on the side. Like you don't think that you have to do this for like a long period of time. It
Okay.
won't really do any good. You
Okay.
want to do it short periods of time.
Once a day, twice a day?
Yeah,
I think it's up to you how often you
just
feel
not a lot of
called.
repetitions.
Not a lot of repetitions, no.
I'm not gonna believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that is the fascia on the side of your neck,
Mhm.
okay? So
I
we're
just
gonna,
gonna kind of feel for a second, like, as to how that
feels.
feels.
Mhm. Give your head a little circle.
It's a different feeling.
Mm-hmm. Very,
I don't know how to describe
me
it.
neither, so I was trying to like tune into.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
So the next one we're going to do is going to work now the back of the neck. So what we're going to do there is we're going to interlace our fingers behind our neck. And in this one, we're going to start with our chin down.
Mhm.
So here you go, back of the head like this, right? And my chin is down,
Is your chin tucked into your chest?
my chin's tucked into my chest,
Okay.
okay? But now I'm going to be forcing my head up into my hands while my hands are forcing my head down. This one really gets me. In the back of the shoulders,
Mhm.
and you're going to
raising
keep,
your head.
Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Your hands are pushing your head forward. Your head is overpowering your hands.
Mhm.
And then you just gently look up. And then you stop.
And you don't drop it down on this one?
No, he's very gentle on this one. Now feel that. It's like a,
The whole back of my head is tingling.
I feel like my head's coming off my neck.
that's the way I feel.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. It just gives you the spaciousness in your head. Let's try that once more, okay? So chin down, hands right at the back, and then you are.
So is it the
forcing-
back of the head or back of the neck?
No, back of the head,
Back of the head.
back of the head. Yeah. Can you see here how I've got the
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, back of the head, and so you are pressing your head down. And you are resisting, resisting, resisting. As you go up, your shoulders come down. And you let go.
These are really effective. Just with
I don't know, well, it's what's
the
interesting.
feeling after.
Yeah, it's interesting though, like I'm not relating it to my nervous system. It's an interesting feel, like just to
No, I
say,
have-
my immediate reaction is not, it's like, okay, that's really interesting. I'm not even sure that I kind of feel a little nauseous. Well, very interesting.
Very interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So the final one,
And really spacious, like really spacious around your,
oh yes. Like you should start feeling like you can even move your neck more freer.
yeah, there's more space.
Yeah.
There's more free,
Yeah.
like, before, and you can even do that as a baseline with people. How far can they move their necks from side to side? You often find people can't do it very well at all. But when you start doing these exercises, which just, really starts working on that fascia.
Mm,
It's so, I've often wondered with my head, I've told you about my head movements.
Mhm.
And sometimes they will take my head and go like this, and I literally cannot move it for like a minute. And it's like,
Yeah,
or like this.
oh, I know, yeah.
And I did get the message, this is, you need this.
no,
Like, this is not a, this is an exercise that they're forcing on me.
right?
Yes, because and it's really uncomfortable.
That's when you get tuned in, right? When you're
Yeah.
channeling, you get tilted.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but sometimes, like I said, it's extreme, and I'll be
Mm.
like, and I can't move it.
Mm.
And it's like, my head moves all the time. You
Yeah,
might have
yeah,
noticed that.
yeah.
But, this is extreme movements,
Yeah,
and it's kind of like, you need this.
yeah.
This is
Hmm.
like physical exercise. for
Well,
you.
it's probably related to that.
It is,
you know?
but the feeling I get when the way you do it
Mhm.
is very different.
Okay, we'll go into the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect, because I have to eat something, but I know before Jennifer comes, but no, I want it, yes, please.
Okay, so this one is, now we're going to do the front here, okay? So this one is, you're going to put your fingers on your temple,
Okay.
like this.
Mhm.
And again, we're going to start in this position that is the chin lowered,
Mhm.
and you're going to press against your temples.
It's your temples or your
Your
forehead?
your
Sorry,
brow.
sorry, your forehead,
Yeah.
your brow, and you're going to force again your head up,
Oh, God, that gets deep in the,
doesn't it?
oh my God.
That
Wow.
gets so deep.
Right down your sides of your neck.
Oh.
Right.
And then releases the top.
And then release at the top.
And you're bringing your head up.
Mhm.
I felt where my spine goes up into my skull there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you just like put it again, and you're forcing sort of the pressure against your fingers, And your fingers are
Mm.
pushing, 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 pushing. All the way up. And then you release them.
Oh,
I'm going to stop there for the fascia. That is the fascia part of this.
Okay.
Okay.
okay,
The nervous system then is complementary to this.
okay.
Okay, it's very different.
Oh, okay.
Very different than this.
Okay, so that's the thought, okay, that
That's the
makes sense,
fascia.
okay, because I'm
You
like,
got
oh,
this all
okay.
written down?
Well, I'll have it recorded, so I can
Okay.
write it down for
Yeah,
sure.
but you've got it written down too?
I just know these.
Oh, you just
now.
know it,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
First, I'll get it all written down, I'll watch it several times. First is for.
That's for the fascia. Okay, so that is really all of the
So it's
coding.
both sides,
Yes, both sides, the back and the front, right?
back and front.
Now, there are fascia exercises for every part of your body. I'm not focusing on that right now. I'm just focusing on the vagal tone, right? To create vagal tone.
Let me just write this real quick.
I can say these exercises are quite addictive, actually. Once you start doing them,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
get more used to them, and you get more used to creating that,
Yeah,
And feeling that
is
space.
feeling that space that is all around your
Yeah.
neck and your
I can see, I can.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
so nervous system.
okay,
Okay. So what we're going to do with the nervous system, one of the most effective exercises for this, and I'll demonstrate it, is again, you're going to put one hand on the top of your head. And you're going to tilt your head to one side, again, chin to the shoulder. But in this case, what you are doing is your eyes now
Oh, I hate this.
must go up and look at that corner. So this is directly tied to the ocular nerves. So you
This
keep
is-
the shoulder down, you're
Nice.
looking up, and you're looking up. What is going to happen there is that when people do this, and you don't really want to do it for more than a minimum of 30 seconds, not more than a minute. And in that minute, most people will either have to really swallow or yawn or take a deep breath.
I've done these ones before.
And you will feel that. And the moment that they have done that, whenever that is, they stop. Whether it's 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 40 seconds, you just end up stopping. You're looking. And this is the exercise that they're using now a lot with PTSD. PTSD, sorry, PTSD, is this correlation of a movement with the eye. And then you would do it as well on the other side.
So I'm bringing but my chin's not tilted, it's tilted down, like I'm bringing my
Exactly.
ear to the.
Yes, ear to
I'm
the
bringing my
shoulder.
ear to the shoulder, so not chin's
Not
kind of
chin.
down.
Yes.
And then
The
eye
ear,
up.
yeah. Ear to the shoulder, and then your eyes will go
In the opposite corner.
right up to the opposite corner. And you hold it there, just breathing normally. And your jaw should not be tight.
And swallow.
Did you swallow?
Mhm.
You either have this
And then you
need
can
for a deep
release.
breath and then you release.
Oh,
And there's a little bit of, I don't know if you feel like spaciness in
Mhm.
this.
totally.
Yeah.
Total, like a
Yeah.
little bit of, whoa,
Not my
this-
favorite, it kind of makes me nauseous.
Yeah, yeah.
it can, but that's again, your nervous system.
That needs it.
It needs it, but it's sabotaging.
Ah,
Oh,
Okay, like
that's
who's-
true, very true.
Who's commanding who here,
Yeah,
right? Your nervous system is saying,
I
"Whoa,
see you,
I see
I
you.
see you.
gone.
I
Be
see
gone,
you,
be gone,
be gone.
You
I'll have
know,
none
We're
of
doing
this.
ocular views here.
do not upset my stomach because it wants you to stop. This is a challenge to that sympathetic nervous system that wants to remain in charge, and you're challenging it through these exercises.
Very, very good way of-
And if,
Yeah.
and if you feel this nauseousness or whatever, like, it's like, okay. So be it,
Little man,
Yeah.
yes. Now, to the
Interesting.
deeper part of this, so when you go deeper with this, you also put one hand against the side, so like this, if you're hugging yourself, right? And you're going to, again, bend over, but now your whole body's gonna bend. And you're gonna look up at that spot. This is a deeper,
Can you do it with your eyes closed?
no,
no,
you must not. Eyes must be open and fixed.
I'm so not used to having my eyes open.
my eyes get really dry.
Like-
Sabotage.
I know.
My breath came super quick.
Pure breath, so when that happens,
You
you
just
release,
release.
right?
Yep,
Because,
What happened, Candace?
so I had to,
yeah.
Oh,
Mhm. And that will happen, that is your nervous system releasing. That is success. So you have challenged the nervous system. And it has released. Okay, so that's a successful challenge.
can you just do it once on each side? Is that what you do, or however many times you want?
You can do it however, again, I would not do this over a long period of time, shorter and more often is better. Because you are working with the nervous system and you are challenging it, so going more slowly is better. But I just want you to feel that. Now, Candace, when you have us do exercises, for example, in Kundalini, which is this beautiful exercise of putting your hand down here and you go over like this, right? Instead of your eyes closed, if you did this,
Mhm.
you would totally be doing
an exercise.
So I'm going like that,
Yeah,
and then I'm going like this, and I'm going like that. And that is working on your nervous system.
Okay.
Okay, very directly. Like a
Yeah,
way
of
of
course.
incorporating that,
absolutely.
like within that. The other way, Macaulay's positions and the nervous system salamander, because your kind of your neck is kind of stiff like a salamander. But when you are, in this position and you're looking back, you are again putting your over one side and you are looking as if you want to look at your heel.
Feet, right?
Yeah,
And we do that sometimes in Kundalini.
yes,
Mhm.
you do that. And this is,
And we open our eyes.
yes,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's those
Mhm.
2 or 3 kriyas where we're either in Cobra or Sphinx and we're looking over and we have to open our eyes.
we have to
and
open
look
our
back
eyes
to the
and look.
heels. And then we release to
And then
come
we
forward.
release and we come forward. And then we go to the other side and we do exactly the same thing on the other side. Right?
Huh,
So again, those are, even though we don't recognize them, but that is directly working on your nervous system.
okay.
Okay?
That's the course I downloaded from De Leon, right?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so you had us doing this before, and I gave up on them.
yeah, no, this is,
What's the name?
Ooh, and not these ones. These were not in De Leon. The Fascia
in
ones
Gaia?
are, but not these.
Not these ones,
They don't have it.
okay.
They don't have it on there.
Okay.
Now, perhaps one of the ones that is most effective for this, again, is you're going to interlace your hands in the back of your neck again.
Back of the head.
Back
No,
of
no,
the
no, I
head.
don't want to be precise.
Yeah, it's back of the head. I'm sorry, it's back of the head. And you're gonna put some pressure against the back of the head, but keeping your chin fairly straight,
Mhm.
keeping your nose very straight. But now your eyes are gonna go to one side. Keep your nose straight, but you're looking to one side. And you are gonna hold that
Are you
position.
pushing back through the elbows at all?
Not so much,
Not so much,
No,
okay.
just the back of the hands, a little pressure on the back of the hands. You're kind of cradling your head. And you're looking now to one side.
It's like you're looking at your elbow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, way over, as far as you can look over. And you hold that. You get that signal, yawn, right?
Yes.
Yawn, and then release. Release. Now that
On the
one,
other side,
yeah,
do the
then
other
you do
side.
exactly the other side.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me come back. I'm like,
Yawning is the best thing.
I've never had that experience
No, of yawning?
of yawning, no.
Oh, I yawn all the time.
I know, I remember you telling me that before.
Oh, just
Mm.
like, and yawning is, like, they've never understood the why we yawn.
right.
But the yawning itself is one of the best things you can do to calm. your
It's an
nervous
indicator,
system.
right? It's like when we go,
I can look
um,
myself yawning.
but it's why I know because she's making that sound when you breathe out through the mouth,
Mhm.
that calms the nervous system.
Yes,
And so I add
And
that.
yawning is contagious.
Yeah,
so if you have a
It is true.
room
Yeah,
and you're trying to calm a nervous system in the room, to settle your whole room, you just start yawning and watch it be a contagious thing
Yeah.
through the whole,
Mm.
and people can't stop yawning if
Yeah,
they see
no.
somebody else yawning.
yeah, I know, it's
It's
a really
a
weird thing.
weird response, but it is so contagious. But it's like everybody is relaxing. You just end up sort of yawning.
Mm.
Well, what do you do before you go to sleep? You yawn,
You yawn,
you're getting
you
relaxed.
yawn,
So
and you.
true.
Mhm. Now that exercise can also be done on the back. So you can do this one, like here, like this. And look
Straight up,
yeah,
and
look
then
straight up,
just
and
avert
then
your
just have your eyes going to one side. That is the option of this one, to do it flat on your back, which some people find easier to do than doing this way. I think kind of either one kind of works. But those are very powerful.
nervous system.
They are really, really powerful. Through this ocular coordination with.
I know it's big in PTSD.
It's huge. It's huge. They actually have rooms set up where there are lights flashing and you're looking at that. It's one of the ways to deal with trauma
Yeah.
is through this ocular.
What is it called? EMD.
EMD, EMD, something or other, yes.
And remember, was it Bill McKenna, with the ball?
With the ball,
With the
yes.
ball.
He had this ball, yes, we had to,
Had to concentrate on, it was a colored ball, and you had to concentrate on the color of the ball and do, be throwing it all the time.
yeah.
Same idea.
Mhm. Now, anything dealing with the jaw as well, like moving the jaw around, like that, or even doing clicking sounds.
That's the one Maya talked to.
Well, that's really effective. To do that is really sort of deep in your mouth. It's not at the front, but it will also calm that. It makes me yawn, like I
You're gonna make me yawn.
Yeah. I don't start yawning, but that is good. Like people try to stifle yawns.
Yeah.
We have this thing where we want to stifle a yawn,
Yeah,
and we should
It's
never.
impolite.
Yeah, we should be yawning like
Crazy.
like that. Like we often interpret, like when I'm doing homework with the boys and they start yawning. And at first, when I didn't understand this, I would get annoyed with them. Like, what is wrong with you? All you want to do, I'm trying to teach you something and you're yawning. You're bored. You're yawning. It's not. It's how they're handling stress. It's the direct relationship to stress. Kids in a stressful situation will yawn. And it's their way of relieving stress. It's through this yawning, which as adults, we tend to.
Right, well, we don't want to cry, we don't want to let go of any energy.
Yeah, all those things.
All those things, which they do.
Really.
They do.
Right, really.
So that's kind of the set between the
Okay.
fascia and the nervous.
Okay.
Doing those exercises kind of together in tandem.
I remember you teaching me this and getting me to do this before, and I gave up on it. I found- yeah, especially the eye ones, really, they give me, I got that eye strain now.
Really, eh?
Probably means I need it.
Well, yeah, because
Should I press stop?
yes. It is going to make you